Sorry, I was just walking in the door and I realised it was 7:30. I went to get my glass of orange for the evening, and it was like 10 seconds to go, and I had to try to start everything, and it's just about got there. So hopefully you can see and hear me. Fingers crossed. Yes, there's something on there, so that'll do. That's fine by me. Right. Am I all? Did I switch on monetization for this? Bear with us. I will just. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, right, cancel that. Sorry, people. I will be there in a second. Right. Shut up, Andy. Turn that off. And we are still on. Yeah. Live. Last minute live streaming. I was fully intending and being all organised. I almost put this, like, the reminder thing out last night, and I just ended up getting depressed sitting on the sofa all last night because Gordon Bennett, the bloody news, is a bit grim at the minute. So, Gilbert, bonjour to you as well. Paul, yes, I am working from home because I always work from home, Paul. So no difference there. Actually, today I have done jack shit. I'm not going to swear on these things, are you? Today has been go shopping, and it's taken like all day. Unreal. Evening, Tomic. Hope you are well over in Poland there. Hi, Aussie. Afternoon to you. Hopefully you're not too locked down. I think it's Ohio you're in. Hopefully you're still on the go down there. Hi, Justin. Good to see you. Hope you're well up in Edinburgh there. And bonjour to Jerome as well. Good to see you. You are probably very much in lockdown now. Always, like Italy, Spain, France. It's not good there at the moment. So everybody on the continent and everywhere, to be honest, do bloody well stay safe. Hi, John. I'm well. Hopefully you are as well. And John Dexter as well. Good to see you as well, John. Thank you very much. Yes, all good here. Hopefully the south is treating you well. Hopefully there's not too many cases nearby. Oh, Peter, you hopefully go laid off. That's not good if that happens. Yeah, it's not. Everything's going to pot. I was just watching the Chancellor and then the opposition Chancellor fella. I was like, all this money they're chucking at things. Hopefully they are chucking money down to a business my size as well, because my size of business ain't making jack at the minute. And my line of work, I'm making jack. So these handouts that I was saying the other day, you could have a £3,000 grant if you had a zero rateable business. I'm not even at that level. I need that £3,000 grant to keep going. So the bloody Chancellor needs to forget about Richard Branson and Virgin Atlantic and keeping them going. They can swivel. He's got £4.5 billion in his bank. It's people like me who have barely made a penny since Christmas anyway. They need to be dishing the money out to us so we can then spend it round the local area to keep everybody else going. Because that's what it's all about. That's what we're going to have to do. So, but yes, more freelancing for you, Peter. Well, it gives you gives you a bit of freedom, but then again, freelancing is going to be a problem going forward as well, because all the businesses just up the scale, they're scaling back as well. So, it's just a bloody mess. Hi, Stephen, as well. Good to see you. By meaning you haven't been able to get on to see for a while, does that mean you are now currently more indisposed, so you're more kind of home based? Hopefully the family as well. Yeah, I think we got the hard shock yesterday of all of a sudden, like, not hard lockdown, but a case of everybody told to start behaving and not going to see people and not going to the pub and things. which doesn't bother me because I am been out for a while. And Jerome, you'll be very much locked down. So yeah, it's if you trust Boris, John, then good on you. Good luck to you, sir. Yeah. Hopefully, the people around him are telling him good things, because I don't think he'll have a rough idea what's going on. Excuse me from having a slurp. I'm dry as a bone. Hopefully it doesn't develop into a dry cough though. Obviously. Hi Dominic, good to see you as well. Thank you for coming along. I must have a few folk watching tonight. To be honest, tonight I was even thinking of, do I even bother editing any photos? I was kind of hoping there would be a lot of interaction. We're going to all just have a natter. At some stage I will work out how to get Skype working, so I can get a Skype guest in. I think I've said this I maybe said this in probably the first episode, 82 episodes ago, that it would be quite good to do, or even one of yourselves that are regular viewers. It would be good to do something like that, because we're all going to be stuck at home, probably communicating on Skype or in Hangouts or whatever you in Zoom meetings and stuff like that, whatever the usual things are now. We're all gonna be doing that kind of thing for a good while yet. So I was more of I know it's a bit of a one-way system when it's just me sitting here by myself. But it'd be nice just to have a chat with somebody. So, evening, Rob. Good to see you. Thank you for coming along. Yeah, it's the Skype session. I did try to get Rob Knight on, who I'm meant to be running a workshop with in April. I can see there being problems with that, but he's still up in Scotland, so I have no idea what's going on with him. I've been and we tried to do that when we launched the workshop, but I couldn't get the bloody everything to talk to each other. So I'll have to have a proper go at it, unless somebody has some advice on how to get it going. It will be good to do something like that and get some people on here, get some names in. I was going to say get some names in. Just get folk in for a chat or something. Everybody's going to be locked down somewhere, and everybody's on laptops and stuff, so they can be able to do something. Surely, just get some volunteers or get somebody else on that might be quite good. Tom, I've been practicing social isolation for 30 years now. But even you're going crazy, cooped up in the apartment. Yes, I commented on something on Facebook the other day about social distancing. I think I've been socially distant for about 43 years. So at the minute, all the introverts out there in the world, they're going, yes! Finally everybody else is having to do the same thing as us. And all your nerds who never leave the house anyway, they've got more friends to play games on Xbox Live and stuff like that. So that's all good fun. You're in the supermarket, Stephen. I went shopping on Saturday and I went shopping today. My God. Saturday looked like a busy Christmas, and today was just out left, really, so it's been hellish. So yes, everybody out there, be kind to your the people on the tills in the shops. I was talking to a couple of the girls on the tills this morning. They basically said this has brought out the worst in people. So be nice to people that are providing a bloody service. What meals can you make with pasta, soup, and bog roll? Well, you can make something out of pasta and soup. I don't know why people are buying bog roll. because you can't. Well, you could eat it, but it's not going to provide you with much sustenance. It's not. Hi Tina, yeah, good to see you're awake. Hopefully we'll not send you to sleep tonight. Yes, so if you haven't watched my video from the other day, from what day did I put it out? Sunday night? The one with me going, wash your hands on the front cover. If you haven't watched that, don't do it at bedtime, it might send you to sleep. My voice was in a quite the monotonous tone. Is that the right name? It was very one tone, very dour and very down. I was watching Greg Snell's video about being nomadic life being cancelled, and now he's cooped up in Germany somewhere. So like obviously he's spent most of all of his adult life travelling all the time with no home base, and now he's having to sit tight in one place. And he was all optimistic and everything. And I'd seen his just after I'd recorded mine, and mine was like, God, the world's crap. So I was like, I just couldn't really find anything optimistic about it. And then we got all the announcements yesterday, and it's all like, oh crap, this is really happening. And this is when everybody else has dawned on that it's all happening. So yeah, Atomic, that's funny. Yes, we might, we might. Yeah, anybody that lives alone in an apartment with, hardly anywhere else to go, that's gotta be hard. At least I live out in the sticks, so people. I saw a photograph from London today of Trafalgar Square, and it was so empty. And there was, just a couple of people milling around. You could see in the background. I swear there's more people in our village milling around than what there was in the middle of London there. Because, I mean, out here, I live in a village of about 40 people. And, it's the times you see a lot of people out is either when the weather's really nice or when the weather's really horrible, like in, deep snow or something like that. The amount of people going around at the minute just because they're just wanting a little bit of social interaction, because we can all know what's coming. We've closed down the village hall. All the events that were going to be on, they're all closed off. So in a time like this, the community would normally come together. A time of stress or a big event where something bad's going on, you'd come together and spend that time together as a community. And this is the very one where the community's having to stay apart, and it's really weird. It's hard to get the head round. So, Kangamoo, good to see you. Hopefully you're well over there in California, I think, or you were over somewhere in America. Hope you're well over there, because the West Coast isn't doing so great, I think. Actually, the bog roll thing, I think I saw something on Facebook today, and it was lots of rolls of bog roll wrapped up in Christmas wrapping paper, and the comment underneath was, "That's the Christmas shopping done," which I chuckled at that. Sheltering in place. It's hard. Like, it's gonna be tricky. But I was gonna say my intentions are to maybe do more live streams. I have got a little bit of work to do this week, and once that's out the way, and I really, because I hate admin anyway, and I hate doing accounts, so I'm in no hurry to do them. But I might do a bit more live streaming. There might not be any image editing going on in them. Like tonight might not actually get any image editing done either. So I'm thinking, gonna try to do more live streams, because I don't want to be editing more videos and doing stuff like that, because it's it is a hassle. Takes forever. We've all got time. We've got all got extra time to play with at the minute. But if I can make it interesting with, say, getting a guest on or something like that, I think that would be quite good. But it's just something, just a bit of social interaction. I mean, if you all remember Google Plus, which is that I used that a lot when that first started. And one of the great things about that was the Hangouts feature, which, I mean, it's still in existence. But on there, you could a group of you would hang out together, and somebody that I got to know through Google and through Google Hangouts. We hadn't done it for us, an age, but she put out like a hangout for her contacts to join. So it was good, and we used to do that for all day long. We'd all be working at our computers and at our desks, but we'd all have like the webcam on and the mic on, and we could dip in and dip out and just have a chat, and it was great. So maybe do something similar to that. But if she does post another link out, I might do that. So if you see that, then do feel free to jump in at some stage. I may well do something like that. I mean, it'll not be on YouTube. It would be, I'd stick a link out somewhere on my Twitter or something. But it's just something to get a bit of more social interaction going, because we are going to go stir crazy, sitting at home, or sitting in our home offices, or whatever. It's going to be tricky. So as much social interaction as we can get, share the burden and all that. So yeah, more live streams. I will try, Kangaroo. I will try. Hi, Subfids. Good to see you. Justin, good idea, Justin. I think we will. we're going to have lots of time to play with that kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, if I can get the Skype thing going, then definitely. Yeah. Tomic, that sounds like a challenge, and that could be good fun. Well, if you've got something from Iceland for us to play with, Justin, how we could do something like that. Because none of us are gonna get to Iceland anytime soon. But me being not a traveller, then yeah, Iceland is not really gonna be in my near future, put it that way. So yeah, it'll be good to play with something from there. Hi Ed, good to see you as well. Hope you're safe and well in Portugal. Hopefully things aren't getting too bad there. I've heard it mentioned on the reviews a few times. So yeah, aye, what to do? Should we do an edit? Quick one. Because it's 20 past. I mean, the way things are going, I am probably, my usual process of putting in images together. I'll pick out a few ones that work and a few that could potentially work with. I think I'm gonna, because I haven't got much in the archive to edit. I am gonna probably have to start playing with images that I feel aren't going to work, but we'll see. Yes. Alright, getting locked down as well. Oh, that's just crap, this bloody thing that's going on. It really is. You just don't know what's going to go, you don't know what's coming next. Hard to deal with. So hopefully it's all about trying to keep ourselves positive and optimistic, and fingers crossed that jobs don't get too badly hit and that kind of thing. and you know we can ride it out for however long it's going to be, but it's going to be bloody hard. Yeah. It's a certain type of social interaction, Stephen. You want to do that. You want to do it with the right people, not the general public. The general public can bugger off for all I care. I never liked the general public when I worked with the general public. It was hellish. It was so nice to get into an office where there's only a few of you, just yourself. It's much better for an introvert like myself. So yeah, hi Paul, good to see you. Thank you very much for coming along. Hope you're well, mate. Hopefully, I don't know, your work's probably not going to, not being too badly affected. It's the other thing about being landscape photographers in the UK is going for a walk in the hills and all that. Is that classed as non-essential travel, or it's just it's confusing. I mean, you can go and obviously go out and go and shop and stuff like that, and go to work. Being a professional photographer, does that mean I can just go and please myself and go wandering the beaches and the hills and all that kind of stuff and carry on like that? No doubt. I mean all these things is probably going to get closed down even more soon, kind of Spain style, where you're pretty much being told to stay in the house. I've got a mate in Madrid who's in the middle of moving house. So I did joke to him the other day after he'd said he'd moved half of his stuff. I said, "Well, you're getting the other half in October then." So it's but yeah, all fun and games. I don't know. It's about fun and games. But do you remember the yellow thing that happens to just be orange squash, because that's about as exciting as I get. I do have a stock of wine when things get really bad. Yeah, but yeah, exactly. I think. I mean, especially around here, you're not close to anybody. I mean, the one thing that might happen is if you are out and about, and then you would normally go for a coffee at some stage, at a cafe or something, and that cafe, in the coming days may well be closed because either they can't afford to stay open, or they can't get the materials to stay open, or they get told to close down, like they have in Italy and France and places like that. So it's going to be tricky that way. And then also, at what stage do the petrol pumps get told to, scale back or ration? And then do you really want to be driving 40-50 miles just to take a photograph? Not that I would drive 40 or 50 mile, but maybe it's 10 there and 10 back. It's a bit of a trek. But yeah, it's there's no one around, and you're quite right. We're lucky up here that there is barely anybody around. But yeah. Alright, is that bad? Kangaroo? Jesus, that's not great. But yeah, not even being allowed to go out to go to work. That is crap. Even if you don't like your job, that's still crap. Yeah. I was going to say, Paul, is it all like Paul Trimlett? Sorry, Timlett even. Is there a lot less people around in these kind of areas as well? Because Alnwick, our local town, it was bedlam today. So there's not much social distancing going on around here. Everybody was out. So it's either that, so like maybe London is emptied, and they've all come up to their like second homes up here. And I think that's what's going on. But yeah, you're quite right, Eric. Most of us are landscape photographers because we want to get away from people. already. So, like I said earlier on, I think I've been socially distant. I've been socially distant for about 40 odd years. So yeah. Hi Rod, thank you very much for your email message or email the other day, whatever it was. Hope you're well. Stay safe down there in Valencia. That can't be. It can't be. That's not going to be a great place to be at the minute. So I'm sure it's very, very beautiful, but at the minute with the lockdowns, that can't be a great place at the minute. Lots of people in camouflage. Well, I must admit, when I was out and about today, the military are still working hard because you could hear them on the ranges that it's about 30 mile away where they're from, like military ranges, and you could hear the rumbles of explosions and all the munitions and all that kind of stuff. So the army's still there practicing hard up in hills. So yeah, plenty of big explosions going on. Hi Alien, good to see you. Thank you very much for coming along. Yes, we've done nearly half an hour and I haven't even started an image and probably won't. But thank you very much for coming along. I was going to say one of the other things I forgot I was going to mention at the start is that very kindly some of you have already that the second collection of my Analog Efex Pro 2 presets that the first collection's been out for about 18 months. I have released collection 2 finally. Finally pulled my finger out my backside and got underway with them, so they are available, and the link is in the description. I think I changed it. Can't really. I think I did. So yeah, under that link there'll be the link to collection 1, collection 2, and collection 1 and 2 as a combined package for those of you who don't have collection 1 already. So yeah. Yeah, we do, Brad. You're a few weeks ahead of us, but we've just got to do our bit and stay home and keep out of the way. And we're not quite that stage yet here, but it's coming. It's just about being prepared at the minute. But it's going to be bloody tricky, and there's going to be a lot of people, certainly in the art side, I think, are going to be struggling. Just like myself, I was struggling before, going to struggle even more now, unless I just tell everybody to bugger off. I'm not paying them. Thankfully, I haven't got big overheads to cover. Most of mine's just services, so luckily there's no mortgage and stuff like that to cover. But still costs you money to exist every month, and if you're not making any, then it's quickly going to run out when you had not much in reserve to start with. Right. I think let's have a play with some images. I'm not even gonna. Let's switch. Where's the bloody? Oh, that one. There you go. Yeah, so I was down at Norham the other week, so there is a video coming up soon, maybe this weekend, maybe not. And I took some images, and I've had a play with a few so far, which I'm not as impressed as what I should be with some of them, and so therefore the images, I've been a bit disappointed so far. But we've got to make. What's the phrase? Make chicken salad out of chicken shit or something? I don't know. So I have just randomly picked 5 images. Only one of them I have selected before as a possible. So let's just. No, that's the wrong button on it. So let's just see if I can make anything out of these. It is Alien, it's very serious. It's not good at all. But yeah, I'm a bit of a loner as well. But I do quite a bit in the local community, so I seem to be on every committee going, parish council, village halls, all this kind of gubbins. So I have kind of always in on all that. So there's always plenty of jobs to do. Right. I've even forgotten what I usually do with these, so I'm just going to dust spot these very quickly. Just going to make an image just to round out the last half an hour, and maybe later in the week I will have a better idea of what I'm going to do for the next few weeks when it comes to live streams. But I've even seen like on YouTube, like big what I would call big channels, that's what they do for their living, is make content for YouTube. That they've got offices and stuff like that. They're now scaling back and working from home, and just weird times. You know, channels that I really love, and there's, you know, they employ so many people. It's just weird. Lens corrections, that I was doing. Sort them out. The vignette out. Detail. Whack the noise reduction up. Auto color. Click on auto for the that gubbins. It's a bit crap, isn't it? Yeah, well, we'll just keep it light. Yeah. Boost the contrast a tiny amount. Wee bit of clarity. Just a bit. Drop the blacks a bit. Something like that. It could well be, Eric. Could well be. I haven't actually seen that film. I don't think I really want to. I watched the one with Dustin Hoffman in years ago. I think it had Rene Russo in as well. It was about monkeys spreading some disease, and it was grim, bloody film. Yeah, you're right, Stephen. I've been trying. That's why I started this. That's why I started Print of the Month 2 months ago, was to try to get a bit of sales, a few sales going. I've seen, I think it was Nick Page, Gavin Hardcastle, Greg Snell again. They, like, some of their online courses, they had like big discounts on, because obviously people are going to be stuck at home. So they've, you know, discounts on to give, they're running courses so they can do, well, not just make a bit of money, but do a few, provide some educational resources for people. I am going to be available for Skype sessions, if you want any individual help with that. I might have been wrong with the monkey analogy, but it was Dustin Hoffman, and I'm sure it was Rene Russo. Can't remember what it was called. It's probably been remade by somebody else now. But yeah, it was I think it would have probably come out in the late 90s. So it's been around a while now. But yeah, it was a depressing film. But it wasn't 12 Monkeys, because I haven't seen 12 Monkeys. Yeah. Oh, the Plandros, Paul. Yeah, they were very... I was seeing my sister one day, and I said, have you ever seen any more of them Plandros? Because she says, oh, they're really in trend. They're really expensive at the minute. And then she says, and I said, oh, there's some in a sale soon, and but I like the top's a bit knackered and it's a bit rough, and like, how much would you go to? And I was like, well, 50 quid. She got them for 40. It was great. Was it called Outbreak? Was it? I thought it was something like Outbreak. Was it about Ebola? Alright. Oh, where did I get the monkeys from then? Unless it was the monkeys that give it initially. I don't know, but it was a severely depressing film. Actually, I'm going to try to find that film. I don't know what else to do. Editing photographs is a bit rubbish. IMDb. Then. Where the bloody hell's? Chat amongst yourselves while searching this. This live stream's going to hell. Quickly. Late 90s. Outbreak. Outbreak 1995. Well, it was nearly late. Morgan Freeman was in it as well. It was Army doctors struggled to find a cure for a deadly virus spreading throughout a Californian town that was brought to America by an African monkey. That's what the film was about. But yeah, it was depressing as hell. And scary as hell as well. Yeah. Well, I think we're all going to have lots of Netflix to watch in the coming weeks, so we'll be combing the streaming channels to see what's available out there. It's all going to be crap. Right, let Andy stop bloody yakking and sync them across, do my usual stuff, see if anything comes out of it. Maybe not. Morgan Freeman's in everything. You're right there, Peter. Usually it's things that are good though, so that's alright. Might have to watch Shawshank Redemption again sometime soon. Paul, you should put the video out anyway. It doesn't matter about the pictures. It's the journey, especially for you as you are a rising, learning landscape photographer. It should be about the journey for yours. The actual images at the end doesn't really. I mean, most of my images are crap when I put the video out. I'll make images live in front of you so you can see how crap my images are. I think your channel should be about the journey, about learning and getting better and all that kind of stuff. And it shouldn't matter what the end result's like, because what people are more interested in you and your journey than the pretty pictures. I think that's my opinion. So I wouldn't scrap a video on that. I've scrapped a few videos because the video was crap and there was no story, but not because the images were rubbish. But yeah, I think you should do that. You do. I think Kangamoo's view is a more interesting live stream than this would be. I should say. Way more interesting. So, but yes. Hopefully, Peter, hopefully you mean Kangamoo's life and not mine, because my life is just boring. But I'm sure there's a lot of people all of a sudden going to be doing a lot of live streaming their life. It'll be like the Big Brother house. Some will have it all set up so there's like a webcam in each room, and then they're streaming it all, and get that Geordie fella again. Day 27 in the Big Brother house. The Stranger. Oh, I've not heard of that one, John. Yeah, that is one way to finish them off. Right, have I stopped bloody processing again? Oh yeah, handy. In a Photoshop. But that's everybody fails at woodland photography, Paul. Don't get down on that. God, there's only people. I mean, there's a handful of people in the world that are good at woodland photography. I mean, one of them is your mate Adam Gibbs. He's amazing at it. But other than that, you've got Adam and you've got Mark Little. Woodland photography. Who else would I recommend? Well, them two. Actually, you can't go much further than Mark Littlejohn. So, yeah, I mean, there's others. There's obviously others. Paul Mitchell is a woodland photographer. Russ Barnes, if he was still doing photography, he was great at woodland photography. I'm thinking who else? There'll be loads of others, but woodland photography is so damn difficult. So everybody should be able to do a video on how I failed woodland photography, because it's flaming impossible. I was with John Gibbs the other week. Met up with him, and he does dune, like he's amazing at dune photography, and he's amazing at loads of photography, but particularly dune photography. Actually, follow John he's got a YouTube channel, follow John on YouTube. John without an H, John Gibbs, G-I-B-B, whatever, N. Neil Bonnell is another fantastic one. Simon Baxter I completely forgot, yes. Simon Booth I haven't really come across. But yes, completely forgot about Simon Baxter. He's amazing as well. I've got lost stuff now. John Gibbs. Yeah, follow John Gibbs. Really super nice bloke. Great photographer. And he actually won landscape photographer in the first year of existence. And he's all but hurt because he always gets forgotten about. But yeah, it's woodland photography. Yeah, just don't get down on it because it's flaming hard. But yes, I was talking about John Gibbs. I met up with him, and he says, "Andy, I challenge you to do an ICM photo in the dunes because he's a dune photographer." I didn't know where to even start, and I likened it to woodland photography because I haven't got a clue there either. So yeah, just nightmare. Hi Nigel, good to see you. Thank you for joining along. Pint of the black stuff. Well, I don't know if I can provide the same entertainment as a bouncing Irish pub would, but hopefully you're enjoying Paddy's Day. I think that's Paddy's Day today, isn't it? I think it was anyway. So good. Come along, Nigel. I am just talking rubbish tonight because what else is there to talk about? Yes, Lee Dory's great. I've seen some really good stuff as well. I'll have to search out Simon Booth. I've probably seen his name around, but not actually looked. But yeah. But I just can't. I can't do woodland photography. Absolutely, I just can't see. I can't see the wood for the trees. So yeah. Yeah, I mean it's great to be in woodland and all that, walking around it and exploring, but making an image, no chance. But yeah, making ICM in June. Made many an ICM in June. That was probably the accent, Dune in Junes. Oh, John's great. He's fantastic. And the nicest bloke as well. So just go subscribe to his channel, follow him on all the other bits and pieces, go on his workshops. He does. I think he's in a Sint or something at the minute up top of Scotland. So yeah, he's somebody else that's probably going to get hit hard by the current situation. So do support these people. Darken. Let's go for something really wacky. I will maybe check it out later, Stephen. But yeah, I mean woodland photography with mist is much easier. The problem is here we don't get a lot of mist. It's too close to the bloody sea. So you get all the breeze and it just buggers it all up. Right, let's shift this down here. Play around. This is going to be an abstract one, that's for certain. It'll lose that layer. That one's fine. Yeah. Playing around. That's bad. Yeah, that's bad. You can just about make out what it is, which is Norham Castle. So that's fine. Chat's flying by now. Ed Allen. I think I've heard it. I've heard his name mentioned somewhere before. Yeah. Yes. Anybody that's been mentioned there, Tomek, give them a good look. Give them a look. They are all bloody. The ones I know about anyway are bloody fantastic. Yes, Aileen. I was going to say. I think one-to-ones and workshops going forward from like any time, probably after next week, is gonna be touch and go. Strangely enough, I had an inquiry about a one-to-one just not long before I came online. So it's people are obviously either gonna brave it out, or see what happens. But yeah, it's strange old times. So you never know, and it all becomes a factoring in risk and all that, doesn't it? It's crap. Right. Let's get rid of some of these little... Oh, what am I doing? Black and white, Andy, black and white. Oh. On a blood... it was meant to be a mask, not a new layer. Think about what you're doing, Andy, and that's the wrong bloody layer. That was the layer I was meant to be on. Talking too much, not concentrating. That must be that one. That one on there, mask on there. Take that across there, see what it looks like. Well, they're completely crap anyway. Just to speed it up, I'm just going to crop that down. Take them edges out. Got that down there. Confirm. Show that. Chat's flying by again tonight. Yeah, go for it, Eric. I was going to say the chat will probably hold them up, but I'll just have to approve them. But yes, anybody wants to put links in the chat, go ahead, as long as it's not to something questionable. That's basically how I do it, Nigel. Just a layer mask with a white and black gradient mask, and then just kind of soften it out and blend the edge away, or you just crop down to where them hard edges are. That's basically what by accident. That's what I discovered kind of half worked. What did I just put that there for? Oh, let's chuck in some colour. Some weird colour. Hue. maybe dial that back a little. We're just going for the wacky here. Curves adjustment layer. For something like that. Red's a bit of a dangerous colour for this time and period. You can't do two gradient layer. Well, you can't do two masks on the same layer, but you can use one mask. But when you are when you've got the layer mask selected, you get your gradient. How your brain think gradient, and in the mode, instead of it being on normal, where you'd be able to do one mask. But if you do it like that one again, then it only keeps the one mask. So if you have that as multiply, you can do more than one mask. So you can see you can do like two movements. So if you have on your gradient jobby here at the top, I wish I knew the terminology. Change the mode to multiply, and that means you can do two gradients. Is it not letting you? Is it not letting you put links up? Because Nigel's just on Nigel's it says message retracted for some reason. Oh, that's annoying. I was hoping to get some links in there. Bugger. What am I doing? Oh, come on, brain. Delete layer mask. Add a layer mask. Alright. We are good to go again. There we go. We're back to normal. Sorry, folk. I thought you could share links, but I would have to approve them. Well, that's a bugger. Otherwise, it would have been fine. Would have loved it. Right. I'm just gonna paint out this big fat brush. Not like that. Let's try some softness. Drop some flow, drop some opacity. Yeah, gradually paint out this area because it looked quite nice. Just leave the rest all contrasty. Yeah, that's a decent base. Let's whack this into Analog Efex Pro. Yeah, I think you can, Peter. I mean, YouTube will probably spit the dummy out and not block. Well, probably block them all, but I'll have to approve them all later on. Well, my subject I kind of work with buildings in it. Whereas this like seascape stuff, there's only really one way to move. You know, generally it looks alright as, you know, just straight left and right. So I do tend to shoot buildings more. That's all basically I shoot. Just gives you something else to work with. You move the camera in a different way. Phooey. Yeah, obviously the links don't work. Sorry, people. I thought they might have done. Ah, well. Now that's getting creative there, Subvids. Yeah, but basically stick them people's names into Google, and you'll get pretty bloody close to them. come here. Maneuver this around and we'll find something that's not utterly crap. A lens vignette, a stronger lens vignette. Bring them doom-laden skies down, make them darker. Basic adjustments, drop the detail extraction, make it darker. Increase the contrast, decrease the contrast. Keep it roughly in the middle, drop the brightness. There we go, then we're talking. Yeah, increase the contrast. Shoo. That's another good way of doing it, Peter. Is or you could even do the spaces like between the main bulk of it and then a space and then a dot and then a space and then a comb. You can maybe try that. Yeah, so Vids is just showing off because he's cleverer than us. Right, then drop that over there. This is really bad. Try some of these. Drop the strength of that. Yeah, something like that. Drop that. Yeah, I don't want to be adding brightness. Contrast. We want this to be fairly. Not. I wasn't aiming for anything doer, but it's heading that way. Add a bit of blue into there, that's kind of giving that tonality. Shoo that as well. Yeah. I think if you just try like the main block, so if it was like my website, it would be Andrew S. Gray, space, dot, space, photography. That might work better. Not all you need to do when you cut and paste is just trim out the two spaces. Could give that a go, instead of turn things upside down. However you do that. I'm not jealous at all about knowing how to do it. So a double explosion, I'm just gonna go that way. Dark. Darkness rules. Yeah, something like that. What I might do is just come back into this, confirm it, and then go back out. I don't know. Sometimes, Nigel. Sometimes I do have a tendency of the dark and the foreboding and the grim and all that kind of stuff. It just happens to come out. Hi Benny, good to see you. But it's just a little bit, what do you call it? Easier to work with. I did a light one last week, Nigel. So if you get to the end of last week's live stream, then they're very light and washed out tones. None of this horrible, foreboding, grim stuff. Quite right, Kangaroo. Yeah, I'm not. They've probably got it figured out, so you can't do that kind of thing. So Anywho, find the people's name and Google it. That's a good way of doing it, isn't it? Alright. Price we're right, we've done an hour. Right, I was going to take this back into Analog Efex. So one quick final little bit. Come on, machine. Come on, man. Good to see you, Benny. Anyway, yes. Hopefully, you're along tonight. Not, not because work has all of a sudden stopped in this in these trying times and days. Hopefully, things aren't that bad for you. See, we could do what Nigel says and do we always go dark. We could go light here. You can just about pick up the castle there. Maybe balance that out a little bit. So two very different images from the same thing, really. Now this one, these adjustments. I raise the contrast a little bit. No, keep that down there a little bit. Brightness, I might just drop a touch. A little bit of detail extraction, bring just a little bit more texture in the sky there. So yeah. There's Nigel, there's no talent. It's purely luck. It's luck and being able to identify shapes. That's all this is. Yeah, all just playing around, experimenting. That's all it is. Let's just play with fadedness, strength. Just going a little bit warmer to something like that. Let's just reduce the strength of that a little bit. I mean, all it is sliders. That's all I'm doing. Playing with sliders. Trying that. Something like that. Lens vignette. Just play with that position of that. See where we kinda. You come across here, it's darkening that side down too much for wanting to go. Keep it light, so it's just about playing around and moving this around until you spot a shape that works. So maybe something up that corner. Change the strength a little bit. I was trying to make this one lighter, wasn't it? I'm just going to end up making it darker. Dark and foreboding. Yeah, I think we're not far away. I'm quite happy with that now. So we're taking it from that to there. Lined it. More of a glorious kind of softer sunrise feel rather than a oh my god, the world's ending. That's a nice little soft abstract. Some weird colour going on. Quite happy with that. We'll click OK and finish with it. Right, what's going on? That's a good idea. List in our Instagram accounts. I'm sure we've all got them. No jokes about virality, or whatever you want to call it. Quite right, Tomic. That's all it is. It's just ones and zeros. It's ending softly. Yeah, it could well be. Right. Yeah, that'll do. Right, I'm going to save this. Stick this in the Lightroom and then have a little crop. And the dogs are getting shouted at from what I can hear. It's raining out there. I would have thought he wouldn't have gone out. Oh well. Right, how are you? Bloody machine. So bloody still. I might have to go temporarily in a minute. Right, actually I'll be back in two seconds. Alright, back. Sorry, that dog's escaping. I am back. So yeah, right, that's finished loading up, thankfully. So I think it's even trying to block you putting Instagram and stuff tags in, because I had to approve that. Stop being mean, Peter. Right, back. You lot in chat, behave. Yeah, what was I going to do? Right, give that a 3-star. Why is that flaming thing? I wonder if any of Doug and Valder's thingies do some weird stuff. New presets can change this even more and even weirder. No wonder their stuff looked weird. Yeah, they're all a bit mad. I'm not in their league for madness. So I'll do a little bit of... No, I'm not going to do any more tweaking. It's going to stay as it is. Right, so as per usual, I'm just going to finish off with a crop. So one crop I'm going to look at is the 1x1 for Instagram. Is that going to work? Not really. There's not a lot of subject there. There's a bit of something there, obviously the castle, but it would have been nice to have some of the more of that darkness. But Instagram, you can just about get away with a 4x5. Pull that over there, and that into there. You can just about get a reasonable shape there. Virtual copying, we'll go for my usual panoramic-y style of things. Was it 9x5 is my usual. Get that expanded out there. Something like that. And now it doesn't look as hopeful and optimistic as I thought it was going to be. Oh, bugger. Oh well. Excuse me. Right, been going too long. Been far too long. Actually, I'm going to radial filter. Stick it in the middle there. I don't know about brightening that. I don't want to brighten it really. Increase the contrast a touch. brightness a little bit. Just wanted to lift the feeling of it a little bit. Yeah, saturation's fine. Yeah, clarity's fine as well. Yeah. It's an image. It's doing alright. So everybody making note of everybody's Instagram handles and things. So yeah. Never mind we're playing tricks on me, you lot. It's all you buggers that have names starting with a P. Swines. Right. Yeah, kinda. I was just wanting to lighten it a little bit. Get away. Just wanted to lighten that centre of it rather than darken the outside. So I'm happier now. I'm happier now. Right, I have kept you all long enough, no matter how isolated and distancing you are trying to do. I have taken up over an hour of your time. Nobody wants to spend an hour with me, so that's so yeah, put the telly back on or whatever. Yeah, let's get back to this. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me tonight. It's been a fun one. Good to have so many people on, but probably it's not great because everybody's actually got time, and that's the bit that sucks because we are struggling at the minute. So yeah, what's going on? Yeah, I might have a video out at the weekend, the one from Northumberland that I've just made this image from, which this one might actually make it into the video. So that might be on, just depending how the end of the week goes. I've actually got time to do my one last remaining job tomorrow. Hopefully, maybe drag it out to Thursday, and then God knows where we'll be at by Thursday. So keep an eye out for any video later on. I might do another live stream by the end of the week, depending on what's going on. Again, if I do any like not public hangout things, but if I do decide to do one of them Google Hangout things, I will put a link somewhere. Whether it's Facebook or something, I don't know. But it's just so we can get a bit of social interaction going. And if somebody can tell us how to get Skype going into OBS Studio, then I'm all ears. Because if we can get one of you guys on or something, or like Justin said, edit your images or whatever, then that's something else. It'd be great. It'd be good fun. Something different as well. Something to lighten the load of what's going on at the minute. And the other thing is just trying to get a bit more interest in my YouTube channel as well, because that might be the only thing that's making any money for me at the minute. But yeah, if you're interested, the second collection of presets are out as well. Link is in below, as far as I know. So if you've got a spare tenner, you can get collection 2 for $9.99 for the time being. We'll be going back up shortly though. But yeah, that's been tonight. So yeah, I'm gonna cut and paste Tomek's Flickr account and then give him I'm gonna try to look at most of your stuff once we're offline. I'll just copy that just to make sure I've got it. So yeah, but yeah, if anybody out there wants to see more, spread the me channel around. Do live streams. we're probably going to need each other a lot more in the coming weeks, and probably need to keep our spirits up as well. So I will try to keep spirits up and not to get too down about things, and yeah, basically keep on washing your hands, stay safe, look after your loved ones, and take care of yourselves as well, and just be kind. Help as much, help who you can when you can, and all that jazz. But yeah, just behave yourselves and follow each other on Instagrams and stuff. That'll be great. But yeah, good of you all to be out on here tonight. Thank you very much for lightening my evening up as well. I think we need it at the minute. So yeah, it's all good. So I never know how to finish these things quickly. Thank you, good night, keep hard, and we'll see you in the next one. See ya.